Arsenal 3, Man United 1. Arsenal have beaten Man United today 3-1 at the Emirates. Goals from Odegaard, Declan Rice, and the last goal at the end from Jesus. And of course, United scored first with a goal from Rashford. 3-1 to Arsenal. And to be honest, guys, it wasn't for me a 3-1 game. It was a game of fine, very, very fine margins. Arsenal right at the very end won the game. Man United could have won the game at the very end. So as a Man United fan, I'm very unhappy with the result, of course, but I'm happy actually with the performance. I am, and there is a lot to talk about today. Like I said, it wasn't a 3-1 game. We're going to talk about the penalty decision. Was it a penalty? We'll talk about it today. Garnacho's goal, I mean, it was pretty clear it was offside, but the game really changed for me when Maguire and Johnny Evans came on the pitch. The two defenders that are, let's say, the least mobile defenders came on the pitch, changed the way that Man United played, changed the way we attacked from the back, played out from the back, and thus created more of an issue. So we're going to talk about that today. Like I said, there are some positives. We played better for me than we have played this season already. And like I said, it wasn't a 3-1 game. It wasn't. The game was a lot closer than the result showed. A lot closer. So, before... If you're not... Before we go into it, there's a lot to talk about. As usual, guys, smash the like, turn on the notifications, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. Do the damn thing. Subscribe to the channel. It's a simple football channel. Well, to be honest, it's a Man United channel. I'm a Man United fan. I literally come on here, say what I see, not how I feel. I like to analyze and talk about the game. That's it. Pure and simple. Try to leave the agendas, try to leave the bias at home. Talk about what we see, not how we feel. And just talk about, just analyze the game. You leave your opinions, you let me know what you think, and we start a dialogue. And who knows, someday this channel, this channel can grow to be a big channel, and we can start doing more amazing and more creative things. So here we go. In terms of the lineup, as we do talk about the lineup very quickly, let me run through it. It's essentially the same lineup we started last game. Eriksen in for Mount, Bruno and Casemiro midfield. We had we had Luke Shaw is injured, so we had Dalot. We had a decent game, we can talk about that, against Saka on the left, Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the right, and of course Lindelof and Martinez down the middle. And we had Rashford, Martial and Antony up front. Like I said, same team that started the last match. Decent first few minutes of the game. We didn't start that badly. But one thing I will say, one of the first things I noticed when the game started, guys, was that Casemiro gave the ball away about 3 or 4 times needlessly in the first 5 or 6 minutes. And one thing I'm noticing about Casemiro is that in this lineup, the way that we play, he's now been asked to distribute from the back four, be a distributor. I don't know why I say it like that. So he's been asked to distribute the ball, right? At Real Madrid, Modric and Kroos usually drop deeper to receive the ball from the back four and play that role, while Casemiro sometimes pushed up when they started the first phase of their attack. That is well known. So I don't know if Casemiro can play the distributor role, because he's someone who breaks up the play. He's somebody who engages. He's the engager. Sometimes he can sit back like a Michael Carrick maybe and read the game and whatever, but he wants to engage. He wants to attack, win the ball, high up the field perhaps, and short passes, distribute the ball. So he's not a problem, and I'm not saying he's a problem. He's a solution for the right system. He's a problem for the wrong system. Just like, I guess, most players. Because I did notice that. I do want to just, bring that to the attention. But the first 4 or 5 minutes, like I said, United played okay. We started decently. Onana, one thing I noticed about Onana in the first 3, 4, 5 minutes is that he was already pushing up. He was already almost dictating the line and telling the defenders, when to push up. And because he slows the game so much and he's so confident with the ball, he almost knocks defenders. He almost knocks the confidence or drains the confidence out of the attacking players who want to press him. There's a lot of psychology that goes behind, being a press-resistant goalkeeper. It can be very frustrating for an attacking player. Just watch the way on what Onana does, purposely as well. But that's it. I noticed Onana was doing it very well, distributing and passing out from the back, even within the first few minutes. Arsenal, the first chance actually fell to Arsenal, and that was their counter-attack. And one thing I did say about the way our new system is being implemented right now is that we are very susceptible to the counter-attack because we're not very good on the ball yet. We're still not very good on the ball, and we do lose the ball sometimes in needless positions. And our transition, let's say, from having the ball and having to defend our goal needs to be better. It does. And the first chance came to Arsenal within the first 12 minutes. And since Arsenal had the first corner and the second corner, Arsenal started slowly getting into the game. But like I said, first 5 minutes, United, we started well against Arsenal. And let's not forget, this is at Arsenal ground. This is at the Emirates. So compared to previous games, impressed. Arsenal grew into it since the corner. They started rotating the ball. They were more precise in their passing in the final third than we are. And there's one thing that we're not good at United, this United side, is playing possession football. We keep possession, our defenders keep possession. We keep possession well in the first third, in the first phase of our attack with our defenders and our goalkeeper. That is what we do very well. What we don't do very well is move the ball from there to the attackers and keep the ball. And I'm going to explain to you, most of you might already guess why. The players that we have are not really built for possession football. Or should I say, a lot of players that we play are not really built for possession football. They're built for, Rashford is not built for possession football, nor is Bruno. We can all see how they play. So the ball is always going to go, even if the ball went that way, it's not going to stick. So that's one definitely reason for that. But we can go through reasons another day. But back on the game. So United scored first. United actually scored first, and it was Eriksen's interception. And Eriksen, he has now the reputation for not being as physical as we need. Let's say not being as physical as we need him to be. So let's just say that. He's not as quick-minded sometimes as he wants to be in terms of his decision making. He makes the right decision, but he's not quick with his decision. He sometimes can get caught off the ball, lack of mobility. So we're aware of that with regards to Eriksen, and I think that's why Mason Mount was brought into the team. But his quick thinking then led to the interception, and his ball to Rashford was a really good ball. Rashford had a lot to do, and good finish, cut inside. I think Ramsdale got a hand to it, but really good finish. And that is Man United. We can score from these counter-attacking transitional moments. That is the team that Ten Hag has stated he wants to build, I guess. And we've seen that we can do that. What I really need to see from United now is a team that can rotate the ball, keep the ball, probe, and then make the killer pass, which Man City can do, Arsenal can do, and we can't. And in order to do that, we need more of a way of playing with the ball rather than how to attack with the ball. But we scored first. But Arsenal hit back straight away. And that's one thing I've seen with United as well. When we've scored, a lot of times we've conceded straight away, and that's something we need. We need to be quicker. Our mindset needs to be sharper. And today, I'm not saying sharp as in quick on the ball and quick to the ball, but just quicker quicker reactions. Let's keep it quicker reactions. Let's keep it as that. I just need quicker reactions from all the players, and I don't think all the United players, their reactions to big moments, I don't think we always react well. We're just sometimes a bit too relaxed, I think. So Odegaard scored pretty much straight away. And like I said, the second half kind of went that same pattern, to be honest. And for me, how I would summarize the first half, I would say United good possession in their first third with Onana, with the back four, not enough movement, not enough quality, not enough know-how, guile and drilled movement, and maybe technical ability in the final third to do anything to sustain attacks. But however, Arsenal playing at home, and this was Arsenal playing at home, in the first half it was up to them to make the initiative, to show the initiative, and we handled Arsenal pretty well in the first half, so there was nothing to be really angry about. Even though they scored straight away, I think United and Arsenal both could score in the second half. For me, Bruno was not really that effective in the first half. United was really slow on the ball, and that's one thing with United as well in the first half, and we're going to talk about the second half as well. But in the first half, we were really slow on the ball when we had the ball, and United's physicality as well, I noticed in set pieces. Our physicality in set pieces wasn't as high, wasn't as Arsenal's, and we scored on the transition. But we need to now up the levels and learn how to score with possession. Learn how to be on the ball, probe, move, pass, move into space. Not just stand off the ball or stand behind players. So, yeah, the first half ended 1-1. Second half, it kind of started once again. United started well. United started the second half really well. Martial had a chance around the 53rd minute. Rebound fell to Rashford, I think, and Rashford, the goalkeeper saved the Rashford chance as well. And Martial today, we can spend a moment talking about Martial. He had a decent game today. Didn't really get, apart from that chance, he didn't get many chances to score. He dropped deep. He tried to link the players as much as he can. One thing that I'm noticing about Martial as the games go on and as he gets older, and he's not that old actually, but his injuries have had so much of a toll on him that he just lacks the necessary physicality to play. He still has the technique, but he doesn't have the physicality. He doesn't have the strength, the jump, the speed anymore. And it's a shame. So I'm not going to be one of those fan channels that hate him because he's injured. I don't hate him because he's injured. He's just injured. It's a shame. But we just have to move on, of course, from him, and which we are moving on from him. But yeah, today he was decent without being spectacular. The penalty shout. Now, I don't think... we've all seen them given. All right, we've all seen those penalties given. I think it was a right decision that it wasn't a penalty, because in all honesty, if the contact was just the brush off the thighs, yeah, and my man's making a contact with my thigh, chill, come on. Like, I'm glad those are not penalties anymore. If that is a new standard, because like I said, I've seen those being given. We've all seen those being given. But my problem is consistency. Because we're going to see that this week. Next week, we're going to see the opposite. We are. We know we are. And that's my problem. So if This is the new standard. If this stuff, this will brush with the thighs and that these guys are just falling over, like, oh shit, like this, you stabbed me in the thigh, like that knocked you over, yeah. If you're going at great speeds, it has to be more of a contact. So I get why that was overruled. Let me know what you guys think. I guess some of you will disagree. I don't blame you. I don't blame you if you disagree. Like I said, I've seen those been given, but I'm glad it wasn't given. And if this is the new standard, let's keep it. Don't do this. Don't flippity flappity. So yeah, like I said, Martial, a few minutes later, came off for Hoijlund. Maguire came off for Martinez. And for me, the game changed after that. Maguire, thing is, okay, let's talk about Martinez first. And how bad it is that he's now injured. We've now lost our first choice centre-back pairing. Maguire-Martinez. Sorry, I keep saying Maguire's my brain. Varane, Martinez. Speed is a necessity in order to play centre-back, in order to play Ten Hag system, in order to play with a high line. And that's one thing that Lindelof and Maguire do not have. We know that. We've seen it throughout the years. Mobility is another one, and they don't really have that either. Lindelof is more mobile than Maguire. The game changed so much when Maguire came on the field, mate. Like, first and foremost, you can tell that the confidence in the team was not there. The line dropped deeper straight away, and that instantly changed the way we played. And we're going to talk more about that anyway. Hoijlund, the first 5 minutes, the first thing I noticed was Hoijlund was his physicality. Martial has never been the most physical player, but he has been more physical than we've seen him today. The Martial that we see today is Martial 2.2, where you've done too many things and it's actually worse now. Like, too many. When someone's done too much plastic surgery and they're convinced they look better, but they've paid all that money, they don't actually look. They look worse. It's like Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like, this is the worst looking Super Saiyan 3 because he's got no eyebrows, some long hair but no eyebrows. Or was it SS4? I don't know. And then it gets better again. I don't know. But yeah. But Hoijlund, yeah, he's more physical. He's prepared to get into challenges, to get stuck in. One thing Martial won't really give you is runs in from behind, and you so need that. That's why you need a striker to be able to do both, to be able to come deep like Martial can, drop a shoulder, link the play. But if you have someone who can also threaten in from behind, boom, bam, thank you, man. Perfect. Best of both worlds. And I hope Hoijlund can, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, but I hope he can give United that. But yeah, also, I mean, I guess the flip side of Maguire and Hoijlund now being on the field is that United, was supposedly better now dealing with aerial challenges. So, I mean, he only went downhill after that. Saka probably should have scored that miss that he had when he that pullback. Maguire, and this is another thing we're going to talk about Maguire as well. Why Maguire for me is no longer United. Well, you can argue, was he ever United player? But Maguire had the ball right around the 82nd minute, and he wasn't under too much pressure. Arsenal decided to press all us, and so he had a decision to make. He could either pass the ball back to the goalkeeper or clear it. And this is the problem. Maguire is not good under pressure. Maguire could have easily given the ball back to Onana, rotated the ball so we just keep possession and then pass out from the back again. Give the ball back to Onana, create another angle for him to receive the ball. So, boom. The guy decided to clear it. out into the stands. And that's when I thought to myself, that's what he would have done if it was De Gea. That is a problem. That right there is the issue with Maguire. Why did he not just pass it back to Onana? Anyway, Garnacho and Evans came on for Antony and Lindelof, and the problems got worse. As soon as Evans came on, he was skinned by Jesus. Problems. Garnacho, I mean, the kid will always offer a threat. I mean, I have my reservations against the kid, but because he's just a kid and he does have some qualities about him, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm willing to let the kid grow. I can see the qualities in Garnacho. We just need to just relax in putting our own impressions on him, saying he's going to be the next this and he's going to do this and stop. Just let's see what happens. But yeah, Evans came on and yeah, problems started happening. Evans and Maguire, and this is what I'm going to talk about as well, guys, and this is what we all need to think about. This Martinez injury might be a big injury, and we're now going to go into the season with the two defenders that the club didn't want really. They wanted to sell Maguire, and nobody really wants Evans, and we're now going to have to rely on those two defenders. And I think there's something that we need to think about because it's going to change the way we play. It is, and yeah, it's going to be very interesting. Let's just say that. So yeah, I mean, Arsenal scored their 2 goals after Garnacho scored his offside goal. It was offside. When the attack started, when Garnacho made his run, I think I was the only person. I mean, I thought it was offside. The crowd went wild. Well, the United section, the one United fan in the section. But I knew it was offside, to be honest, and I was just waiting for the referee to blow his whistle and confirm that it was offside. But unlucky because, like I said, the Declan Rice goal from the corner, I don't know, that goal was weird. When I watched the goal back again, I thought to myself, how did Declan Rice, from a corner, control the ball bounced twice after he controlled the ball, and he wasn't that far out, like the edge of the box. He was inside the box comfortably. And the ball bounced, and then he just shot it, and he just, shot and scored at the near post. And I'm thinking, how? It felt like it happened in slow motion. Did not one person want to close this guy down? No one, no. I just couldn't believe it. Such a bad goal to concede. It was, schoolboy stuff. I don't know who it was. I think somebody tried to complain that they were being fouled or being held back. Maybe I think it was Evans, but I think this defense that we're now going to have to play with for the foreseeable future, because we have now also lost Shaw. It's going to be a big problem, and we already had problems. I'm not going to say too much about the goal at the end, the Jesus goal, because it happened in a counter-attack, but I will say that, as I've said before, we are very easily, as Ten Hag wants to build the best transition team in the world, but we're easily transitioned against ourselves, and that's a worry. I would like to say that Jesus' goal, in the build-up to Jesus' goal, it was also Rashford there who pulled out of a 50-50. Again, that led to another goal. And that is one of Rashford's specialties. Rashford is one of those guys that can have stinker games, and he scores and people forgive him. And even the games where he scored goals last season, a lot of the games he was still rubbish. He just happened to score goals. Rashford had a rubbish game today. Bruno wasn't that great. But United as a whole, I saw it was a better performance than I thought it was going to be. I think that building a team around players that have moments rather than have consistency is a problem. And we still have players that we keep on the pitch that we wait for their moments rather than rely on consistent players that might not have many moments, but definitely will give more of a consistent performance. So I thought Antony was better today. Antony was better today than he has been. I still want more from him, but he was definitely better. Tidying the ball, kept it. Some of his decision making, as usual, was poor, but some of it was good. He was an outlet today. Rashford, he scored a goal today, and to be honest, he had one or two moments where he was a threat, but he didn't get the ball enough in the final third at all. And when he's not a threat, and this is a weird thing to say, he's not doing anything else. He's not trying to keep the ball. He's not. We just need more from him, especially after that new contract. Bruno, like I said, I didn't see a lot from Bruno. As usual, a lot of work, a lot of running around, but we need more for Bruno. Eriksen had a good first half, and as usual, faded in the second half for me. Casemiro had a good game. He had, broke up the play, covered a lot of ground. He's been asked to do a lot of running. His distribution in the first half, especially in the first 10 minutes, was poor. His distribution in general is not the best, and that is being exposed. So something needs to change there, I think. Either we move him, or I don't know. So Onana, well, I've skipped the defense. Lindelof, like I said, when he was on the field, he was quick to the tackle. He engaged, didn't leave or give Eddie Nketiah a moment of peace, a room to breathe. And Lindelof, he tried. He was doing the same almost. But as soon as they were replaced by the more passive defenders, the slower defenders, and we had to drop deeper, and we were less mobile, we changed the way we played. Lindelof had a decent game today. Few sloppy passes, but other than that, okay. Aaron, a lot of people will say Aaron had a bad game. I don't think Aaron had a bad game. I mean, he forced Martinelli out onto the left, onto his left, on the outside, almost all the time. Martinelli never once was able to cut in and whip the ball, which is what he wants to do. But people say Aaron had a bad game. The fact that Aaron forced Martinelli down the outside time and time again, for me, showed that he did his job. Yes, Martinelli crossed the ball or got a few crosses out, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I think Aaron had a decent game today. Dalot kept Saka mostly quiet. Dalot was a really good game. My man of the match for United today, though, was Onana. Onana today had a really good game. I want to see the one thing that I haven't seen with Onana so far is a spectacular save. It's a save where you're like, whoa, he wasn't supposed to make that save. That's crazy. I'm looking to see that. I'm not saying he has to, but it would be good if he could. The goals that Arsenal scored were really good goals. He probably couldn't do anything about those goals, but you got a hand to, I think, at least one of them, maybe two of them. But for me, that's me being really picky, guys. For me, Onana was United's man of the match today. Like I said, disappointed. I'm disappointed with the result, not too much with the performance. To put it into context, we were playing Arsenal at their ground, at the Emirates, and the game could have easily been 2-1. It could have been a 2-1. It was a 2-1 game to United with that Garnacho result. United need to do more in the final third with the ball. A lot of injuries now at the back. It's going to look really, really... Ten Hag has a lot to deal with. The jury is still out with Ten Hag a bit this season. Some of his decisions he's made, I know, have been questionable for me at the very least. But yeah, I'm curious, very curious. So onwards and upwards. This is 2 losses now out of the first four games. 2 losses in facing 2 top 6 teams. And there's one thing that we've said last season is that we didn't do well away against the top 6 teams. And once again, the first 2 away games against the top 6 teams, and we've lost. Hey ho. Thank you guys for watching. As usual, smash a like, share this video, turn on notifications, subscribe below. Let me know what you guys think. The lineup, the performance. Let me know who was your man in the match. What was your interpretation of the game? Let me know, guys. Comment below. Start a little dialogue. Have a little chat going on. Yeah, disappointed because we could have won that game, and Onana was impressive today. I'm just happy with Onana. I can see slowly what Ten Hag is trying to do, and with Kobe. One thing I want to say as well is I hope Ten Hag just needs to learn to not just rely on Rashford's moments, because you can take Rashford off sometimes. You can take Rashford off and not always keep Rashford and Bruno on. When he put on Garnacho for Antony, I was thinking, Antony's having a decent game, and I know Rashford has scored, but Antony's actually having a decent game. Why don't you take off Rashford and put Garnacho on the left and leave Antony on the right? Be brave, don't be afraid. But hey yo. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you like, share, subscribe. Have a good weekend. I'll see you guys soon.
If you're not